Hey, welcome back. This here is the little plug of the day, or for the way, I should say. But don't forget, you can save 15% off at Link. That's LINQ. And yes, you do have a link code, which is, by the way, at checkout. And definitely, this is one thing that'll help you creators and businessmen and women of all just plug and connect the things that is right for you. Link has they have badges, they have stretch rubber bands, they have little tags that you can put on the back of your phone or wherever whatever you travel with, and they also have like actual digital business cards as well. So definitely by any means necessary, you got to get you a link, and hopefully it could definitely help plug the things that you need to plug. You know what I mean? So again, that's by the way at checkout, and save your 15%. Now, for those that would like to support the show, donate. It is more than appreciated, and I am so gracious for that you have no idea. If you would like to do so, you can definitely donate via PayPal at Wickush. That's WICKUSH. Again, if you would like to donate, support the show, we here, by the way, appreciate you. Real talk, real talk. And you can definitely do so via PayPal at Wickush, WICKUSH. Thank you. Let's get back to the show. Let's go. Da na 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 na. Da na dun 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 dun. Woo! Welcome back, gods and goddesses. Yes, yes, yes. We are back. We are back with another episode. This here is number 81. Yes, 81. Yeah. Um, I was gonna try to rap something with it, but yeah, shit, 81. That's what's up. Oof. Welcome, welcome. This here is that by the way, Pocket de CEO. Yes, yes, yes. I missed you all. Missed you all. Welcome, 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 welcome. That whole Happy New Year and all that other stuff. I know this is our first one coming back, and hope everybody's doing well, doing swell. You already know. Shout out to my L hustlers. Shout out to my L hustlers for real. Um, you know, I appreciate you all. I really do. Um, and I'm not just gonna let that go. I want to sit. I want to let it simmer there for a minute. I appreciate the love, the support, um, the support. You all tuning in, us getting the vibe of what we got going on here, and you help build this. Literally, your ear helped build this. So, thank you. I appreciate you, and let me do me. Yeah. Um, any new listeners? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, if somebody put you on to this pod, you know, send them some donuts, send them some cheesecake, Make them some cookies, get them some fresh spring water, a smoothie, hug, smile, walk in the sunlight, park, whatever the case may be. Help tend to some animals together, whatever the case may be. Like, you got a good one. Like, if they did that for you, just, nice little just walk up here package, put this in your pocket, $20, whatever. It don't even matter. Just smile at them. You know what I'm saying? So they care about you. That's all I can say. So, we back. Man, there's so much has going on and whatever. I just wanted to make sure that, number one, I came back, obviously, but it was so much going on. And you like, well, talk about it. I was like, I could. I think that for the most part, for the most part, there's nothing. It's only what my mind creates. I'm gonna get to it and I'm gonna be here. I think that if all of the excuse me if all of the stress and bad times were so overbearing, and not even bad times, just the unrevving, uninspired times were so bad and so heavy and so impossible, then you're a marshmallow. Can't be a marshmallow. Gotta do what you gotta do. And you gotta mean what you say and mean what you do. You gotta take things in stride. Be patient with yourself. Definitely. I got a little water. But yeah. I think I was going through something and nothing at the exact same time. But I also knew that everything happens for a reason. So I took my time to process. I took my time to digest. And luckily and thankfully, I was blessed with the time to do so. It's just a different time in my life. And, starting things and, starting new projects, new jobs, new things like that. And I feel really great, really good. I really just want to make sure that I stay steering the boat, and keep sailing. Like, I feel really confident, and I just want to hold my head up, go through what I got to go through, move through what I got to move through, be present throughout the moments without looking for some special future moment, and enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. And I'm looking forward to the things that, I can do to expand and expound on what we have here in so many ways. So I just think that, it's my responsibility, and it's up to me to remind myself, not even remind myself, just enjoy. You don't forget what you enjoy. And coming here with you all, having something that you build. And when I say this now, I'm not just talking about just this pod. I'm talking about just anything in general. You know, your belief in it is its life. You know, without your input, your energy, it doesn't exist. Its legs, it's held up. It walks because of you, and you know, this walks because of us. You know, and that's just the truth. You know, in anything that you invest in, when it comes to you, really. And there's different measures, different, you know, ways that it equates to different people. But I definitely want to say that, you know, here, by the way, you know, it's gems. It's gems. It's just beautiful things or things you can work out on. It's gems. Man. But yeah, um, that's something I did want to talk about. I want to talk about this thing that I have, you all. Um, this boat. It feels beautiful to build something that grows over time and becomes this intangible thing, to the point it's damn near this tangible thing as well. And, you know, it feels amazing. I mean, it's so much I want to say about it. It's more of a feeling that's just, it doesn't equate to words. But my whole life I wanted to build something. My whole life I wanted an opportunity to show my mind, you know, to show my brilliance, to show my innovation. And I remember, like, after high school, I was working at UPS, and it felt so primitive. It didn't feel challenging at all. And that was the one thing that ate at me every day for like 3 years. And when I got out of there and made different moves, it's like my life and everything opened up. My experiences, who I became, everything. I know that this here is a vehicle. This here is a beautiful tool. This here is a way that I respect, I appreciate, and I created. And, you know, being able to come here with you all, being able to know what we're about, being able to know that we want to grow, be better, and we are doing it. And to know, yeah, like I said, what we're about. It's really nothing else to say. Like, but it's dope though. It's dope that we got our community. It's dope that we have our understanding, and it's dope that you all mess with me. You know, it's real talk. Like, I mess with you all heavy, like for real. Like, it's felt. You know, you just keep your eyes closed and enjoy it, and knowing that I'm a part of this thing and seeing how I'm a part of this thing. To be honest with you, it's something that I see and I understand now. Like, when I first got into this, before I even started this pod, there was something that I saw that was a need, and I wanted to fill in that need, but I also had to understand what it was that I was feeling, that fulfillment, that feeling. What am I creating for that recipe of that feeling? And for a long time, or, you know, for a long time, it took me a lot of meditating, a lot of understanding of what I wanted to do and what direction. And to be honest, I still didn't know anything until I hit that record button and went in. And seeing how this has culminated, has manifested. I've told you all probably before, I don't know if y'all have, but before I started this pod, I wanted to do a pod. I wanted to start a pod maybe a few years before, but I just couldn't find anyone. And at first it came off and it was viewed as problematic, but over time, I overcame what was viewed as a problem and just created a solution. And I came here for you all by myself. And I enjoy it. I really do. I think you all enjoy it. And I think you all mess with me. And I think that's what's so dope. That's what we have. I'm not out here just talking out my ass. But now, more importantly, it's like being nestled in covers. Excuse me. It's like being nestled in your puppy pack as a puppy, and all of you all are just round up tightly in the ball. I feel ingrained in this, and of course, I look forward to this growing. But more importantly, I also want to understand that this is a living thing, and I take pride in it. I really do. I take pride in our understanding. I take pride in our enjoyment. I take pride in being able to take you away from wherever or whatever you're thinking about. I take pride away. I take pride in being able to enjoy what I'm doing wherever I am and being taken away from the things or the trials that I may experience. Like, this is our time to be here with us, And this time here, like I said, we'll expound, we'll expand, and I would love to see a world that we discuss. I think that's ultimately my goal here as a podcaster, as a rapcaster, to use all of my innate spiritual, gifts to create a world, create visions of worlds, and have us thinking differently and innovatively and passionately to actually take that step and make that move, because women's breasts should be exposed to the sunlight. Our minds should not be as wired as they are, the way they are. Children need an opportunity and a chance, and I think that our minds, our ways of being, our bad habits, our bad communication, our just bad ways infect new lives in so many ways. So until there's an overall correcting of just the flowing way of life, we're going to have to understand that the things that we love the most precious, we're going to taint, we're going to smudge, we're going to be, we may not handle with the most care because of what we're dealing with in the things that we have to offer. And I think they deserve the best. And as children in the new generations and the new adults that grow up, if they have or are to have an opportunity of a life that is worth living, I think it makes sense that we as a people take measures and create a wave that swims throughout generations of complete betterment, self-fulfilling, knowing how to swim, knowing how to build homes, knowing how to farm, knowing how to grow, knowing how to strengthen yourself, know how to protect yourself, just knowing what's edible, what's not, being able to you know not transport, but being able to travel and understand where you're going and being conscious and mindful. These are things that we're not always privy of. We rely on a lot of cellular and GPS, and I think that it's important for us to use our minds, and yeah. But anyway, but yeah, I would love to see a world that we discuss here. Um, I think soon we'll see aliens, but then again, like I told you all, or maybe I haven't, I don't know. uh, I think the perception of what people view aliens are going to be very shocking, to say the least. Only because I don't think it's going to be what people don't and do expect. I think it's going to literally just be humanoids, human looking individuals that look like us. Yeah, yeah. That look like us. And I'm pretty sure this most likely will probably be the year. There's other life forms out there, don't get me wrong. And I'm pretty sure they'll be, you know, probably exposed and introduced this year. But I'm really looking forward to this year. I think this year might be very, I feel like obviously time is on its own time frame. And I think this year life will show us that life has its own time frame. I think that's the thing. That's really the thing. Life has its own time frame, its own calendar, its own timing. And that's despite the time that we think we're playing with or we possess. And I think it's, I don't know if that's ego, but it's definitely something being big-headed when you expect to be alive at a certain time rather than understanding to cherish what you have and what you're experiencing, and rather than using your mind to ponder on some futuristic moment that is not the moment around you that you're living in. Yeah. So, but like I said, having this here is amazing. This is my podcast. This is my pod. This is my baby. This is my show. It feels good to say that. It really does. Like, messing with you all and seeing you all evolve in the ways you have. I think one of the things that I myself want to strengthen and is strengthening, but also want to emulate in a certain way as well, as far as, pod to pod, episode to episode, is discipline, and making sure that we utilize our energy correctly, and understanding, to not beat ourselves up. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. It's going to take time to understand control for what it is for you. It's going to take time for you to learn to do better for the things that you consume. It's going to take time for you to learn to do better in what you play in. And it'll take time for you to understand the dangers that you don't see. It'll take time for you to understand that the dangers that you do see aren't dangers at all either. So it's a development of dissolving and forming all at once, and strengthening your body, putting in that time to prepare your meals, eat properly, sleep when you need, study when you study, read when you read, enjoy yourself throughout it all, and keeping yourself balanced. I think the one thing about it all is once you do what you know you're supposed to do, everything seems to flow easier due to you also developing a sense of fulfillment within. And that fulfillment within is something that you know that you've done with your life or your energy force that nobody can take away from you. And that it builds and creates something that, yeah. So, like I said, discipline, you know what you're supposed to do. Whether it's before you take a shower, you do a couple lunges, you stretch, push-ups, yoga mat, you do a nice 15, 20 minutes before you get in the shower. Making sure you do take your sea moss, making sure you take your hair taki, making sure you got your coconut oil for your hair, making sure you're drinking your spring water, eating electrically and magnetically, eating good fruits. When you're having conversations, you're making sure that you stay there in the conversation physically and what you're seeing and what you're around, rather than being in your mind and being taken away by another, what I call mental kidnapping. Being conscious and staying grounded, staying in the moment, not being thwarted, because those moments are the moments where other emotions jump into your body that don't fit for the emotion that is needed for the moment that you're in. And that's when trauma and things affect you, because you have things in your mind that bleed out because you're not centered. You're not even there when you're there. That's the power of the mind. But everything is not something for you to be afraid of. Once you get more stabilized and more balanced in yourself, when you have the time, the privacy, the space, the comfort, and the safety to sit back, meditate, and go through those memories and understand them to the point where they're not something that just jumps out of you. You have an understanding within them. I think that that's the most healing thing that you can do for yourself. But everything isn't a ploy for you to be afraid or be running in fear. It just means that you need to make an adjustment, keep going. And that's in and for anything, But I do want to say this here is that by the way, and I'm your host with the most, but you can call me Callaway. I'm just playing. Yeah. By the way, I am your host with the least amount of mostness, Mr. Bush. I'm sorry if I didn't introduce myself earlier for those new listeners. But yes, I am Mr. Bush, and yeah, I mess with you all. So now, where do we want to go? Get a little sip of this. We're back on our 81, on my 81. That's so funny. But yeah, this is at number 81. You know what they say about 81. I don't know what they say about 81. Hey Siri, what do they say about the number 81?
81 is the natural number following 80 and preceding 82. This is from Wikipedia.
Okay. All right, cool. 81 is a natural number. Fine. Okay, fine. She didn't say anything. Let's see. Let's see something. 1 second. Let's see what we got. Okay, not that one. All right, let's see what we got. All right. All right, so I want to read something definite. This is a whole article about something. So bear with me. I'm just going back up here. Come on now. Let me see. I'm gonna put spirit. Let's see what that got to say. All right. The number 81 is particularly significant as it symbolizes progress towards achieving one's goals, personal freedom, inner strength, and faith in oneself. Sounds like this. Sounds like me. That's basically it. Yeah. So, being that I was thinking like we should have a pizza party like once we hit episode 100. But since I was being facetious and playing like it's back in the day in school, but my dumb self said 80 and messed it all up. But anyway, I think that'd be dope when we get to 100. I think it'd be really dope when we get to like, imagine where I'll be in life when I get to episode 1,000. Wow. Lord willing, if I make it. I was just talking about the expectation, Who knows? But hey. So today, I think really what I want to talk to you all about is creating some of your own, and how you'll never know which creation takes off. You just gotta keep being you to the point you keep trying, and eventually, it's not that something will stick. It's just that you'll stick. So, shit, don't worry in life. Don't worry. Just do your best. See, there's a difference. When I say don't worry, that don't mean don't do nothing. When I say do your best, that mean do you. And make the decisions and the choices and the risks or whatever the case may be when it comes to you and what you have to do for you. But as far as worrying, cut that out. Enjoy yourself. Nobody knows your life like you. Work your life. You know what I mean? That's all I can really say. It's your life. Work it. Nobody knows it like you. So work your life. It's like that. What they say. The cards dealt to you. You know what I mean? So you got it. Just take your time. Breathe. Look around. Assess. Do what you like to do. Find ways to do things that you don't like to do. Challenge yourself. Go outside your comfort. Go outside your norms. Strengthen yourself. Brush your teeth with your other hand. Start art. I think the most important thing, like, to be honest with you all, if I had the opportunity for 7 days, I'd probably fill up all 7 days with mastering just a multitude of things. Like, one day I want to do boxing. One day I want archery. Next day I want to learn how to make boats. Next day I want to learn how to build homes. Next day I want to learn how to fish. Next day I want to learn how to garden better. Another day I want to learn body control, energy, Taekwondo Chi or something. Like, another day I want to learn, biology and cells and DNA and stuff like that. Like, in the lab, like, I would like to fill every day up with something if I could, just to learn so much, and pass it down to my child, really, so that it becomes their norm from a kid to the point they grow up and have so much awesomeness just on accident. So, and if I could learn to fly a plane, I would love to take classes as well. That definitely would be on my list as well. But yeah, it's a lot of crazy and amazing stuff I would love to do if we get the opportunity, and I think you all would too. I think creating your life and creating the things that you like to see are amazing. It's definitely one thing that nobody can take away from you. Your mind. And I was saying actually earlier, one thing about this pod that I started was that I thought that I could do something that I've never seen before. And I want to do something that nobody's ever seen done before. But in my own way, I don't know. Who knows? But what I'm saying is just that, like, I wanted to create a new resource. I wanted my mind to be, being able to produce the feeling, the vibe that is a new resource. Like, for real. A resource created that is me. Yeah, I wanted to do that. So yeah. Again, this here is that by the way podcast this year. Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm back. Got late on me, and I gotta put myself in some type of schedule to a degree. But went to bed, went to sleep, came back to you all first thing, But as I was saying, I think in so many ways I kind of did two things. I created the new resource by creating the energy and the vibe of this year, and the place for it, where it fills in existence. And also, well, so many ways the same thing. Also, this and us feels amazing. Um, I realized the last couple, whatever, I saw that people have been tuning in and checking me out. And it came at a time where it was appreciated. I was receptive. So, knowing that we built something, knowing that we have something here that we're part of, that we created. And, just to reiterate, just because I enjoy it, I don't care. In the future, I would love to be able to sit down with like gold individuals and have a meeting of the minds. I might even call it a meeting of the mind series when or if I ever, have people on. And I don't want to say if. I mean, it's a good possibility. But also just try to enjoy the journey, enjoy what we got going on here, regardless. That's just number one. And as well as I'm a very good digester, very good listener, to believe it or not, for a person that gets on here and talks. But when there's information to be said or listened to, I'm receptive, I'm absorbent. And as a philomath, I would have it no other way. But I will say, with the way I am and what we have here, we're lucky. Well, I ain't gonna say lucky. We have the ability, I have the ability to learn, sponge, get things from individuals, ponder on, research, and then to come to you all from things that I've learned without the necessary. And don't get me wrong, it's never trying to block it out. I think it's nothing like information from grade A, day one, fresh from the source, like for real. That's one thing about people. They misinterpret a lot. And it could be either from a mistake or from what they feel what they understood somebody else meant from their meaning of understanding and questioning and pondering and, solution. But yeah, I do definitely respect information from the source. So yeah. And one day I wish we could get to a place where all of you all that do the things that you do that you really like to do, but I wish one day we could all come together. Inventors, musicians, engineers, I don't care who or what you do, and we could build stuff like a us project, a straight up us project. Yeah, and I know a lot of you all out there have to be nerds. If you sit down and listen to a podcast, you're a very mindful person, in my opinion. Whether you doing something or doing nothing, you like to be taken away to a degree. And I think for those that do stuff and master what they do, they're in a place to then most likely multitask as far as listening to something while they're doing what they do. You know what I mean? So, yeah. again, this here is that by the way, of course. It is time to plug. Let's plug. I do my commercial. Y'all ready? So, I have 15% off for you all to save on any tech from Link. That's LINQ. Yes. And with the code by the way, or I'll just put the link in the description for the pod as well. You can definitely save 15%. And that goes from the M&M size little stickies on the back of your phone to digital business cards to stationary stands. You have your own personalized QR code that works and connects with you and for you, and as well as not just the hardware, the software from the Link actual profile. It keeps you in contact with those that you literally come in contact with. So Link is pretty cool, pretty dope for those that those creators and those businessmen and women that are piecing the dots together. So check out linq.com and use your 15% off code. By the way, and yes, you are welcome. Yeah. Secondly, let's do it. If you would like to donate support, I am more than gracious, more than thankful and appreciative. You can do so via PayPal at Wickush. That is WICKUSH. Again, that is Wickush, WICKUSH. All right. Thank you, and I appreciate everything. Let's get back to the show. So, that was beautiful, right? I like that it's natural and just smooth, I can't wait till I get an opportunity to add some more stuff, some new stuff. It'll be dope, But I kind of wonder who would I be sponsored by. There's some really good drinks out there, some really good vegetarian, vegan, protein drinks that are really delicious and good. That if given the opportunity, I think and know that I would love to. I think I got two offhand. I would love to be able to. I kind of want to say them, but that's free promo. But definitely. There's a few I would love to be able to say, and to even think about how that would be is honestly amazing, to be honest with you. I don't care if it was a granola commercial. Man, I would like to do some high end my type vibe type stuff. And another thing, rather than being ooh and odd and wild, I gotta do my research on places and people and owners and things of that nature before I attach myself to anything. I think it would do me right if I do my due diligence and make sure I know who came up with these phrases in our mind. Make sure I know who I'm getting in bed with. We gotta stop watching TV. But anyway, yeah. I just think that's important. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I would love to work with some tech companies, some earphone companies, restaurants. I know some restaurants that are really dope and good. Anything that's innovative that helps you all do whatever it is that you all trying to do and get come on now. Oh, I would really like. This is what I would really like. I would really like to get a sponsorship deal with a bank or a Zelle. or a PayPal, which I stated before, but in the deal, I would like to be able to have giveaways for my listeners, and I could have like multiple giveaways a month, and it doesn't have to be anything super crazy, but I believe it should be something somewhat substantial that, you know, um, put some gas in your tank. Help with some baby food, help with some dog food, help with date night, you know, start somewhat of a payment on some body work on your car, or getting your roof repaired, whatever the case may be. But just something that like gives you a little cushion here and there, for listeners. I think that would be dope. A nice little 150, 300 giveaway. And my favorite number is 41, so maybe we'll do it 41 times a month. I don't know. I'm pretty sure these big companies can afford it. And yeah, I think that'd be something dope, you know. And maybe even a call in. Maybe I'll give you all opportunities to call in, speak to me one-on-one during the show for like, you know, a couple minutes or so. Have a little section or whatever, section, I don't know. For that, I think that would be pretty dope. I'd love to be more, you know, ingrained, or what's the word? Interactive. I think that's it. I definitely love to be interactive, especially one day I would love to be able to learn what you all know. Like I said, I know a lot of you all have to be nerds and very smart. And when I say nerds, I do not mean any disrespect. I hope that you know that nerds never, ever recognize defeat. So that's something my cousin taught me a long time ago. But you know, either he taught me that or that was the name of a clothing brand. I think that was the name of a clothing brand. But hey, anyway. But yeah. Yeah. So, but again, it's so dope to have something that you created. You know, one thing I was gonna say, it made me think of something earlier when I was saying, my whole life I just wanted to, you know, build something of my own. That's so very true. Like ever since I was little, I looked at my family and I looked at my grandfather, and I saw that, you know, he amounted to get this property, these buildings that he owned, and to see him do that and to witness it and, you know, be a part of it, it was amazing. It inspired so much in me. And I can even say with my father, there was inspiration as far as the career choices and things he's done with his life. When it came to mine, I had to understand that, well, just not even have to understand anything. You know, I just wanted to build, and once I got an opportunity to see what is or could be, or what I'm working with, try my best to put up my all into the things and plant the seeds for something to grow. And I believe I did, and that was this. This amounted to something. This grew. And since in since it has and since it is and all that great stuff, I built something. I did it, but I'm not done. I started it. And being able to properly acknowledge my work for what it is a skill that I'm learning. And I'll say that I'm learning the power of this. And I think a lot of other people are learning the power of whatever it is that they're doing. You know, when there's a demand and there's a growth for something, you have something. You know, one thing about spirit, my thoughts, my voice, the way I sound, the way I put them together, the feelings and vibes that come from it all. That's my resource. The one thing that can't be repackaged, the organic of it all. So